Hi Helen, it's lovely to see you. Could you tell me a little bit, first of all, who you are, and a little bit about your role with carers in your CAG?
Yes, certainly. I'm currently the Interim Deputy Director for Nursing and Quality in Mental Health of Older Adults, and I'm helping out with the carers lead role a little bit while one of my colleagues is on maternity cover.
So next week is Carers Week nationally.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about how you work with carers in your role and how your colleagues work with carers?
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Well, as you can imagine, in the Mental Health of Older Adults CAG, we have a huge amount of input with our carers, and in all kinds of settings from the community and our inpatient services. In my role, I tend to work with carers when they're perhaps raising concerns about our services, want certain things addressing. But as part of that, when you sit and you talk to them and you meet with them, you also get a sense of their sort of worldview and their perspective and the sort of challenges they're facing on a daily basis. And that's really the work that our staff do in more detail with the carers in our services.
So I've heard all about this carers engagement and support plan that I know is fairly new. Could you tell me bit about that? What is it, first of all?
Okay, so it's really exciting because you often, if I can just say, you often hear staff talking about the amount of paperwork they have to do on EPJ. Well, the Carers Engagement and Support Plan replaces two very lengthy forms on EPJ around carers' needs, and it's been designed to be a quick and efficient way for staff to record their conversations with carers about what the carers perceive their support needs to be. It also provides information for staff on how to either refer for a full carers assessment under the Care Act, or to, if they're in integrated services, provides you with the paperwork to complete the assessment, the formal assessment under the Care Act. And it's really an opportunity to record that you've given carers information about the types of diagnosis they might be supporting someone with, what support services are available for them. And it came into force in December, but it's going through a series of changes in relation to staff feedback. And one of the things that we're doing in the newer version is it's going to have a link to the new Carers Handbook. So actually, when you've completed it, if you want to click on the hyperlink, you'll be able to get a printable version that you can print off and give to a carer for their information.
So for staff listening to you now, watching this, how should they access the support plan?
Okay, well, what we do know about our staff, and certainly I can speak for Mental Health of Older Adults, is they're constantly talking with carers and listening to what their support needs might be and signposting them to relevant support agencies. And like I say, the form is really an opportunity to reflect those conversations. And if you want to find it, it's in the Carers tab on EPJS, and it's a one-page form, free text boxes, so you can put in the information that's relevant to the individual.
Brilliant. And what impact do you think? How will this help carers?
I think that, again, I want to reflect that the work of our staff already. I think our staff are already offering a lot of support to carers. I think what this will do is provide a clear place in electronic patient journey to record that work. And also what it does is provide an easy access point for staff to get access to resources, so information on how to refer for a local carers assessment, or if you're in an integrated service, the forms that you need to complete one. Also additional resources for carers via the hyperlinks. So it should make life a bit easier, less tab hopping.
Brilliant. And finally, is there anything that you'd like to say to staff, not just in your CAG, but more widely across the organisation, about the work that they do, particularly with carers this week?
Well, we know a lot about our carers. We know that they save the country a huge amount of money every year. There was a report I read recently that said that the cost of caring for dementia alone in 20 years could total £56 billion if it wasn't for the informal carer support that people offer. So I know that our staff feel there's a responsibility to offer support where possible. So I really just keep up the good work and don't forget the carer.